Biggest game of the week, City versus Chelsea, champions versus future champions.
Enzo Fernandez was the captain for Chelsea this weekend.
I wouldn't call him racist.
I disavow.
I have a job to protect, so I completely disagree with ZS. I think Nico Jackson played like that because Enzo was captain. Simple as that. Not because he's a bad player.
See, the club is in a shambles. Club is in absolute shambles.
Future champ.
We'll watch this 10 months later. I only hope.
Yeah.
Okay, future champions is an overstatement. I am just hoping.
Can you name the whole squad right now?
Arsenal looking great.
Arsenal looking great. Best
Great.
defense.
Super excited. Xerxes got his goal. Debut game. Class finish. Top player. Golden boot.
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day, pero I will be champion.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Casuals. This Sunday, we actually went to watch the SFC Contender Series, which was in Ghatkopar.
Ghatkopar, yes.
There were a bunch of amateur fights. There was a huge octagon and a great setup there. And Sammy, was your first time seeing an MMA fight? How did it feel?
Yeah, I kept repeating myself in that video that it was crazy. Seeing that in person, hearing the punches and the kicks is something else. Every time I heard something, I looked back to the octagon and I had goosebumps all over. So definitely check that video out. Super interesting. Never been to that part of Bombay or seen a live MMA event. So yeah, amazing experience.
Yeah, we got a few interviews. The guys were really riled up to fight and support their teammates and things like that. But the video drops on Thursday, so please check it out. Today on the agenda, we'll start with the Premier League. We'll move on to UFC 305.
Zeus, before I throw it off to you, do you hate black people?
Not all.
Not all. Your captain sure does, dude. Enzo Fernandez was the captain for Chelsea this weekend. Huge statement made by the Chelsea fan base and Maresca himself. Isn't he the leader of your team?
I wouldn't call him racist. I like his song about the French was just true.
Don't
My God.
dig the hole deeper, dude. We're gonna cut and put this on in the trailer.
But in general, I feel like with that whole Enzo thing, it was obviously a lot lost in translation. Football cultures in Europe are very different to South America.
I disavow, huh? Whatever Zeus is saying from this point
Yeah.
of view.
I back
Point
Enzo.
on, I disavow.
I have a job to protect, so I completely disagree with ZS.
Yeah. But go on, bro.
He works for himself, so he can say all these things. He has freedom of speech, unlike us.
Unlike you.
But go on, bro. Go on.
Okay, so Premier League was back this weekend. I was really hyped. Even though it was United playing opening day, I was
Yeah.
really excited.
Let's start with City Chelsea only.
Okay, let's start with City
Yeah.
Chelsea. Okay, biggest game of the week, City versus Chelsea, champions versus future champions. I was quite excited about the game. Thought maybe
Champions versus future champions.
Good one, dude. It took me a bit to clock that.
I didn't even know what you're laughing about. But yeah. Anyways,
Are you calling City champions and the future champions as well? Because
no.
Literally, they've won for the
future
last
champions
5,
for
6
sure.
years.
Chelsea future champions for sure. Yeah, but game ended 2-0 to City. Pretty scrappy game. I would say Chelsea were arguably the better team. Anthony Taylor once again showing his brilliance on the field.
Were you more fucked up watching that game or getting that tattoo? What did you see, bro? That was in Chelsea's favor. That was so.
There was a lot of good attacking football. Defensively we weren't great. It was a lot of
Nico Jackson was amazing, bro, in front of goal.
no. He's stupid. He's an idiot. Fuck.
Why?
He just annoys the
He's
fuck
a-
out of me. I don't think he understands the offside rule. I think he's been more offside in his life
But
than.
you just said they were amazing in the box.
No, they were good. Kunku was good until he got subbed off for some reason. See, the club is in a shambles. Club is in absolute shambles.
Future champs.
But that's when you pick the team up, face adversity, and deal it. Okay, future champions is an overstatement. I am just hoping, but
Don't go back on your statement so fast. At least wait
we're
for a
doing
minute.
predictions later. Anyway, so.
I think Nico Jackson played like that because Enzo was captain. Simple as that. Not because he's a bad player.
Yeah.
He doesn't like his.
I stand with Nico Jackson
Yeah.
too.
No, Nico Jackson posted a photo of Enzo after the full thing saying I'm in support of him. So
He
if
has
you're
to,
supporting
yeah.
Nico Jackson means you're supporting Enzo.
For the optics, he has to.
But either way, yeah, we had goals from Haaland. What, inside 20 or so minutes?
14 minutes.
Cuckoo,
Yeah.
cuckoo, Ray.
Inside
fucked
20
him, huh?
minutes, he just bodies him and dinks the
It was
goalkeeper.
Yeah.
a really fucking good.
And
it
then
was a
later
good
in the
touch.
game, Kukurea went down
Yeah,
and
yes.
was clutching his hamstring and asked Haaland for help out of all people. And Haaland, I love the attitude, dude. Just gave him a stare down and was like, "Fuck you,
Yeah,
man.
for sure. Yeah,
I'm
mean,
not gonna
it's
help
fair.
you."
Haaland raw dogs flights, so he has
He's
a
a
sick
hard guy.
mentality. Yeah. And then Kovacic had a nice solo goal. He dribbled a bit and then outside the box.
Yeah, which team did he play for before this? What was Steele, right, from City?
Yeah.
Which team? Ziz, do you know? Can you look it up real quick?
I'll look it up. Fuck you guys, man.
Okay, so that was the last game on Sunday.
Yeah, I just have a. So recently in Akola, Maharashtra, these hawkers were found selling fake garlic made of cement.
Sorry, you said hawkers.
Hawkers, like street
Okay.
vendors, was found selling fake garlic made of cement. This is exactly what Todd Bowley is doing with this Chelsea squad. He's given Ziyech, a poor Ziyech, a false sense of security, thinking he's going to get that old Chelsea back, you know. But all he's getting right now is a facade and actually a garlic made of cement.
I agree.
So I feel bad for you, Ziyech.
Can you name the whole squad right now?
In 30 seconds. Come on,
Yes.
let's go.
For the entire 27-man squad, 28-man squad.
28, yes.
Your time
I
starts.
can't name 28 names of them.
Okay, name 20. Yeah.
You have a tattoo, you have to.
Now.
Sanchez, Petrovic, Bjorg, Disasi, Badiashile, Cucurella, Chilwell, Reece James. Throw me off. Colwell, Fofana, Enzo Caicedo, Lavia, Palmer, Madueke, Mudryk, Jackson, Nkunku. Fuck, how many do I have?
3 seconds, huh? 2, 1.
You're
Gallagher.
fired.
Gallagher. He's not gone yet.
Well done, well done. Nice one.
Yeah.
No, Todd Bowley didn't even stay till the end of the game. You saw that 80.
Yeah, he bounced.
He just dipped. Got to avoid traffic. No. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Why would you want to stay to see that shit, man?
It's in a bad
Future
state.
champs, bro.
Future champs. Also, they asked Enzo Maresca, do you want Sterling or not? Well, why is he not in the squad? Right? That's what
Yeah,
happened,
yeah.
something like that. And he said, I want all 30 players, but there's no space for all of them, so some have to leave.
He said he doesn't want Chilwell also.
Equivalent of like, it's not you, it's not me, it's the dressing room. It's not big enough.
Gambhir, take notes.
Yeah, but my club in serious shambles right now for sure.
Future champs. I didn't say it, you said it.
We'll watch this 10 months later. I only hope, man.
I only hope.
For Ziyech's sake, bro, I want them to do well. Let's go, next game.
Next one.
Want to go to the opening,
United,
opening game?
Yeah, let's
No,
go.
you want-
Okay, opening game of the weekend. I was really excited because Premier League's back. Obviously, every time I got excited, I remember that United's playing, so try to calm my nerves normally because once again, the game was a absolute snooze fest. Joshua Zirkzee comes on. 87th minute, he scores a goal. Now every United fans thinks that they're the best. They make the best transfers. They are the best team in the league. Yeah, honestly, I saw absolutely nothing good from United. It was shambolic, to say the least.
Oh my God,
Chelsea were much better on City, much better than United.
So on the opening weekend, if Chelsea played against United, who would have won?
We'll slam them.
Slam.
Slam.
Slam. Slam. Grand slam.
Slam chop.
Food.
I'd let Tana, you can talk about this game more since.
I actually enjoyed the second half. I thought we could have scored 2-3 goals. A few missed chances. Bruno missed in the first half. He missed 2 clear-cut chances, and then Garnacho, obviously, open goal he's missed with a bad pass from Rashford. Super excited. Zirkzee got his goal. Debut game. Class finish. Top player. Golden boot. A 9.5 position. What a legend.
So I'm glad you brought up the 9.5. It's a masterstroke by him. Because if you actually read the interview, he's describing a false nine, right? But nobody, like, we call it false nine, everyone else calls it false nine. He's just said 9.5. And that's what all the headlines have been 9.5, 9.5. So all the commentators, even though they seem out of position, do anything random that might be wrong. Oh,
He's a
that's a 9.5. That's what he means by a 9.5.
He's too
And
smart, bro.
Too smart, dude. What a PR move. Like, why didn't anyone think about? I'm getting too excited, but I just want to calm myself down. I respect him because he's so big, dude. I didn't realize how huge he is.
Yeah.
He has that Fellaini type body type, almost hair, and like also the way he just moves around. But I love his swag with the low socks and Premier League is back and I'm getting too excited. But yeah.
I don't understand why. I actually liked the game. I thought United just scored a few more goals. Leno fucking had a bunch of good saves.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why he put on Johnny Evans. There was like 10 minutes to go. Put on Dillet, he needs some game time. Maguire was playing well.
He's
Keep
his
him
best
on.
player. Maguire.
Keep
Same
him
reason
on.
Saka got taken off against Wolves. The best player needs to be protected. Maguire's the best defender.
Arey bro, please. Lisandro could have easily gone on the left like he did. Maguire stayed, Dillet come on. And that would have been just fine. Why are we giving this old man, Johnny Evans, so much time? Club legend, I get it, bro. Especially after the Community Shield performance penalty. What a legend.
I just think Ten Hag is being a little cautious because you all had an insane amount of
Yeah, it
injuries in the defense last season.
I have a question. Are you happy with the fact that Ten Hag's here for another season?
I am happy, actually.
Okay, so you wanted him to go, like, stay
Yeah.
even after, because even I said give him another year. I think
I mean,
in
after
football,
the FA Cup win, we had a better season than fucking Arsenal, so stay, you know?
dumb logic. Triggering me also. I'm not even.
I'm not going to say anything. I want to talk about Licha in this game. I just want to preface everything I'm going to say by I really like Licha. He's one of my favorite United players. If I had to pick a favorite United player from that squad, but we have to stop hyping up defenders for their performance against Adama Traore. Because that guy has no final ball. All a defender has to do is just wait for him to make a mistake. His pace, his strength seems to fool everyone that, oh, he's like so dangerous. But it seems like every defender that comes up against him turns out to be world class or gets labeled world class. If I was Licha's agent right now, I'd start renegotiating his contract tomorrow because his stock is at an all-time high.
I don't think it was that extreme. It was just that moment when he shoved him off the ball and he was like, yeah, send him to the gym and all.
Yeah, and then after that, full post-match interview was with Licha. Oh, you're so good. This Cara was almost going to suck his dick right after, dude. Full season. Last season, he's so short. He's so small. He's so short. And then Licha plays one good game against Adama. Oh, we're almost the same height. He was doing all that shit, bro.
No, but Licha, when he even came into the league, and I'll be honest,
love
when
him,
I
bro.
said
He's a dog.
He's too short. He's not physical enough to work in the Premier League. But like last year, he was insane for United.
He's a
And
fun player to watch,
and
dude.
He's a passionate player. He's one of those
Yeah,
old school mentality kind of players.
And he has a good left foot. He can put nice balls also.
No, he's a good player for sure.
I guess I'm just getting frustrated because like they
Because
see
of the Adama side of it, right?
side of it.
Yeah.
Like he's not that good, man. Like we should get over his muscles and his speed. Like
Yeah.
high time. How many times are we going to see that? Oh, today Adama is going to do something. Oh, today he's going to do something. Just puts on shitter after shitter.
One good run per game.
One good run per game, yeah. And then the ball will be behind and he'll still be
Yeah.
running.
Gee, shout out Mazraoui also. He played quite a nice game for United. Quite stable. The defense was good. But I think attacking quite poor. Even how much of I used to love Mount. I think he was quite invisible in the game. But he
Waste
could,
of
Mount,
space.
actually, he's just running around
Waste of space.
like a
I feel
headless
bad.
chicken, like you
Sad.
say,
It's
bro.
sad.
I feel bad for him because I really liked him at Chelsea
Yeah.
and
He's
even
lost,
in the England
bro.
setup, yeah,
He's
he's
lost.
pretty lost.
Arsenal playing Wolves opening weekend 2-0. Saka and Havertz assisting each other, scoring both goals. Yeah, pretty good game. Arsenal looking good.
Arsenal looking great.
Arsenal looking great. Best
Great.
defense in the league.
So they're going to
I
win
might
until March and then
They're going to
bottle it?
win the league. And I have some exciting predictions
Like
based
last
on
year?
this game.
Like 2 years
for our
ago?
prediction segment, which is going to happen in a bit.
Just calm down, bro.
Dude, I can't. Arsenal is going to
It
win.
was 2-0.
Usually 2-0. Did you see Saka's cross and goal? You know what Arteta did in the press conference, right after the game? Compared him to Messi. And that's because Messi is the best player available. If there was a better player than that, he would have compared him to that.
Saka is better than Messi.
Yes, right
Yes.
now he is. In that last game he was. Then
He-
Messi was on that day. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So then
We've never touched on the full Arteta pickpocketing situation.
I fucking love it, dude. We spoke about it personally. My dadi does the same
We
thing to
don't
me.
talk personally.
Every night that I come back from a night of boozing and I just leave my wallet out somewhere, she just come, take it and hide it in a cupboard. And then next morning I'll wake up and be like, where's my wallet? Where's my wallet? Where's my wallet? And she'll come out and
But
be
yeah,
like,
now you're just gonna have a team
Be
of
ever
players.
ready, dude.
You're
Huh?
just gonna have a team of players just constantly like pocket watching. Gonna be like, where's my shit?
the message of that was be ready at all times. And I really love that. It's something, these these non-negotiables, these small things we've missed in the Wenger era.
I agree.
That Arteta is instilling in the squad, and it's fucking awesome, bro.
That's
like
fair.
everything that he says and he does, put in my veins, dude.
Awesome, bro. Bottling 2 years in a row. Awesome, bro.
It's not bottling,
Awesome.
man. It's not bottling at all. And okay, if we lose this year, then you can do all this bottle shit. But last 2 seasons was not bottling. We were overperforming. We were overperforming.
This bitch mentality, bro.
We are overperforming from where we were supposed to be, from where Arteta inherited that squad and took it for the last 3-4 years. Now, if we lose this year, then I'll accept all the bottling.
No, I think bottling is not fair for last year, but the year before that, you're on a
It's
clear
very
lead
fair,
after this.
bro.
It's very fair.
I
think
don't
even we
think
had the
so.
same argument. One of my friends, Karl Malou, the resident Arsenal fan and casuals, saying that City are just the best team ever. They're never going to lose. But it doesn't matter. If you're ahead of them, you don't lose and they can't do anything.
I really don't think last season was
Shit
a bottle at all.
mentality.
But another shout out to Julian Timber from that game. Came on for the last 20 minutes. Looked amazing. Left back, right back, centre back can play anywhere. Yeah, just super excited. Good to see the Arsenal.
Yeah, I just had one question about this game. Kai Havertz goal and assist. Tane, thoughts?
No comment. I literally have that in my notes. Havertz scored ?
For the people who didn't get it, go to our Instagram page and look for the Kai Havertz reel. You'll see it. It's one of the first reels. And read the comments on that. And leave some positive comments on
Yeah,
that.
how
leave some
about that?
positive
Yeah, how
comments
about
for
that?
How
Yeah,
about some
yeah.
positivity?
Yeah.
And for Havertz also. Some
As
positive.
for Havertz, I'm
Good
an
start to
I'm
the
an Arsenal
season. What to
fan.
say?
Yeah, great start to the season. He probably heard you.
Yeah, he heard.
Yeah,
Obviously.
yeah.
Probably obviously.
What game is left? The Liverpool game.
Liverpool, Ipswich. 2-0 Liverpool. I mean, I love watching teams like Ipswich even play football in the Premier League, especially when they're playing at home because it's like their crowd is, they don't give a shit. They know they're probably going back down next year.
Soon enough, people will say that about Chelsea. Huh?
Yeah,
fine.
In that
blue.
from that video, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that we're not playing Europa, actually, I don't think these United fans realize that we finished above them yet.
You did, but
You
we are
did-
playing
did-
Europa
did
and we
you
had a
realize
trophy.
that?
I
Did you
know that,
realize
yeah.
that?
But they're a worse season.
Did you clock that?
Anyways, Liverpool.
United had a worse season than Chelsea last year.
Yes.
How? FA
'Cause
Cup means nothing.
Yeah,
Europa
it
means
does. It
Technically,
does.
Arsenal had a worse season than Chelsea and United, and we finished above both of them. By both
FA
of
Cup
your
is one
amazing
game at a
logics.
time. It's a league. You look how you do in the league, and that's how you reflect on a season.
Yeah, League, Champions League also doesn't matter.
Champions League are
let's-
playing.
Future champs.
Let's discuss this game, man. Stop it.
Champions
We're
League.
going to keep it nice and tight, as Sana said
Okay, Liverpool.
before the episode
A
started.
team I think people are underestimating this year. I think they can come out firing.
Ipswich?
No, Liverpool.
Oh,
Liverpool. A goal by Jota and Salah, of course, for all the FPL gurus. But yeah, I was saying I love watching Ipswich play. I love their kit. I think they have the best kit in the
I agree with
league
you.
this year
I love
with the Ed Sheeran sponsor.
Yeah.
But yeah, fun game. Any thoughts?
How many times is the broadcast going to mention Ed Sheeran this season? They mentioned him at least 40 times in this
Yeah.
broadcast of the first game. And he left during the half because he had to make it to a show in Serbia. So they showed him leaving the stadium, getting into a helicopter or getting into a car, whatever, and then leaving.
But he owns 1.4% of the team now.
He owns a bit of the team, and yeah, he's the Josie. His album is the Josie sponsor, or whatever it is. But he's been, I think, a lifelong
Huge fan, yeah.
lifelong fan.
He's a love.
So great, dude. Like that's the dream. So
Yeah, when they got
kudos to him.
promoted, I remember that video in the locker room.
Yeah,
They were singing
they're
perfect with him.
Yeah.
Even
Sick
all of them in
moment.
the bathroom at one point, they're singing Thinking Out Loud with him playing the guitar.
That should be our goal. Get Ed Sheeran on.
In the bathroom with us.
Because you. Observations from that game. You want to go?
Ipswich had a good first half. Liverpool, great second half. They got both their goals. Jota with a nice striker's finish, and then Salah poached one like he fucking always does. Every first day he scored now since however
Yeah.
long. I don't even know the
Yeah.
stat, but he's been scoring. It's crazy. He was supposed to go to Saudi last year, and now he's still popping off. So much respect. I think he's also getting new hair. I think
He's cut all his hair, no?
no, but he's getting the
he's
transplant. yeah.
okay.
So,
What?
congratulations.
He needed a transplant. He
Yeah.
had like
Yeah.
a fucking
Arey, but he
afro.
was this
The
high up.
pro did an amazing job
Yeah.
covering
off
his
his
receding
fucked up hair.
hairline.
So
bro.
Aksar versus Salah for the.
Let's see who's better. Yeah, we should have a ticker. Yeah, you covered most of that game. For me, the only observation is that Arne Slot looks like Duke Harkonnen or Vladimir Harkonnen from Dune. The big fat villain, if you've
So
ever
like
seen
this.
that one.
Fat
Why are you
shaming.
being so mean, dude?
Fat shaming in 2024.
Racism is allowed, fat shaming is not.
But good on him, dude. He saw some problems in the first half, made some quick changes, subbed Kwanzaa off for Konate. Konate started winning those long balls, which gave Liverpool that dominance in the midfield. And then they were off and running. Foolish of anyone to think, which is, I'm talking for myself, that Salah wouldn't score in the first game week. He's here, he's alive, he's kicking, and Liverpool, even though they haven't made any signings,
They were flying in preseason, although that's not the best indication, but still, they
Yeah.
were scoring so many goals.
Yeah.
I think Jota's probably key for this team. So if he can keep fit,
yes,
keep-
dude.
and play, he seems like he has a pivotal role because in the game was moving a lot around him.
Yeah.
So I think and obviously Diaz is Luis Diaz.
Yeah, I love
Probably
watching Diaz.
I
Man.
love
Silky
watching him.
motherfucker.
He's so fast. Yeah.
Season predictions?
That was a recap for the weekend. Season predictions. So yeah, Zias has some things
So-
he wants us to predict.
So we just 5 things real quick. We'll start off with let's all say our top 4.
Cool.
Should we say it we'll go in order?
So you go first.
Okay, sure. I got Man City winning the league.
Okay.
Arsenal.
What about Chelsea? Future champs?
Future is
Future
next.
is future.
Oh.
That's
Zias has to
15
go.
15 minutes. No, that's a
Quick.
thing. So I got Man City winning the league, Arsenal coming in second again, Chelsea coming in third, and then Liverpool fourth.
Cool. I got Arsenal first, City second, third Liverpool, or third United, fourth Liverpool.
Thank you, man. City first, Liverpool second, Arsenal third, and United fourth.
Why the fuck are you all against me, bro?
It's not against.
Like I
said,
gave you a good third for United.
I
and
gave you a third back.
Chelsea fifth. Here, I'm giving you that also, bro.
Chelsea dark horse.
fifth,
whatever,
with, fifth
bro.
with Conference League again.
Your love makes me strong. Your hate makes me
No,
unstoppable.
you said third for my
Fuck you
team. I
guys.
said third for
Fuck
your
you
team.
guys.
No, I just think City have too good a system in plays.
Moving
Arteta's. Okay.
Yeah,
Moving on.
15 minutes we've hit.
Okay, thanks. We have a golden boot this year. I personally, I think Mo Salah's going to reclaim it again. This year.
I teased this in when we were talking about Arsenal versus Wolves. So you have Mo Salah.
Yeah.
I am going to go for Kai Havertz. He's going to be the top scorer. I know my co-host has slandered him earlier in this Euros. He has everything, a perfect team set up to give him that service, and he can go ahead and score the most goals.
Tanaka now
I'm
say full
so
crook.
excited to see that.
Tanaka now say full crook.
Haaland for sure.
Then we got player of the season. I've put down Bukayo Saka this time. Actually.
Star boy!
I think he worked. He's been great last season, and even in the off season with England, he was top. So
Euros is not off season.
sorry, I mean like off season is Premier League. It's those 2-3 months, whatever happens.
Between those times, he's not alive. It's off season for him.
It's off season, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with, of course, my star boy as well, Bukayo Saka.
I'm gonna go with Saka as well.
Oh,
That
an
was
agreement.
unexpected.
This is not good for the pod, bro. Let's disagree a little more.
Okay,
You're not gonna say Xerxes?
I'll go for Palmer, Cole Palmer.
Okay, Cole Palmer.
Cole
Fine.
Palmer.
Cole
He
Palmer.
switched his black guy to a white guy.
Cole Palmer's also 1/8 black.
You not seen that video of him
Yeah,
laughing
Saint
that was
Kitts.
a Batman?
Yeah.
Okay, then we have the dark horse of the season. I mean, for this, you want to do a player or you want to do a team?
Team, I thought.
Team, no? Even
Yeah,
I've
even-
written both. I have a team.
Team.
Yeah, I'll go. Since we saw in the recent video we put out, everyone thinks Chelsea going to get relegated, and I think they're actually going to
That
do really
is
well.
shameful. Huh? As a
Actually,
Chelsea
bro,
fan,
embarrassing.
you are putting them as a dark horse.
Obviously, it's a dark horse. Everyone is expecting us to do shit, and I'm saying we're going to do well.
Don't you think that's a little... No,
How is that not a
no
dark
shame.
horse?
He has no shame.
He has no shame.
I'm going to go Chelsea.
What? He has a tattoo of them, and this is what he thinks of them.
I'm thinking positively.
Disgusting. Wait, let me think. You say yours. I haven't come.
Even
prepared
though
for
they
this.
lost in the first week, Crystal Palace.
Who did Palace play?
Brentford.
I think Brentford.
That was my other team as well.
I think
Just
Brentford.
noted down.
Brentford.
Brentford.
Okay. And the last prediction we have is the biggest flop team of the season. I will very happily say Manchester United.
For me, it's going to be Manchester City. If they don't finish first, it's a flop season for them. So Manchester City.
That's fair.
Everton. They've never gone down before. I think they'll go down finally.
Everton they should get relegated. And I've had enough of their nonsense. That first game week was shambolic. How many chances are we going to give them?
So the Men in Blazers, those are the Americans. You know, they promote the Premier League in
Amazing
America.
podcast. Go check them out.
Actually, super funny and entertaining. Their favorite team is Everton, and their post about the Everton game was hilarious. It was a clip of like a 3-on-1, so it was 3 Everton attackers and the goalkeeper. Somehow they missed. Just go check that out.
Yeah.
It's too funny.
And Ashley Young gets a red card. Everything just going downhill for them. So high time, get relegated, bro.
And in the history of the Premier League, they've not got relegated. Imagine.
Yeah, they're one of the 6 teams. Like, never got. Even last year, I think the Premier League really tried with giving them those continuous point deductions. Somehow they stayed.
Yeah, good, quick predictions.
Yeah. Quick shout out for the FPL League. Sammy, if you want to do it.
Okay, to conclude the Premier League section, I just want to give a quick shout out to FPL League. Join it, it's going to be super fun. I think FPL can be quite boring, so Tana and I have come up with a special philosophy for that league. We have a team in it as well. Try to outperform it. We are going to select 3 United and 3 Arsenal players every game week without fail. And that's how we're going to try to keep it fun. And for that league itself, we have prizes in store, which we will announce next week. Super exciting. We're teasing it. That's about it.
Thank you for everyone who's joined so far. We have about 50 or so people. Great turnout.
Yeah, I didn't think that many people would have joined.
And the details are on our Instagram, Linktree and everything as well. Keep joining. We're going to keep it open for a while. You guys will be excited for the prize.
Prize is exciting.
Yeah.
Prize
And
is
once again,
exciting.
you do not want to finish last.
Yeah. Please.
We really hope ZS finishes last.
Okay, we had a UFC main card over the weekend, 305. Co-main event was Kai Kara France versus Steve Usyk. Kai Kara France coming back into action after, it's been 11 months now. And he came back and fought one of the guys who is making a name for himself in the division, who's quite a good fighter. So, first round, 4 minutes, KO. Fun fight to watch. It's one round, but yeah.
It is really fun to watch flyweights. They are all really heavily skill dependent. So it's really fast and, fast-paced action. Kai Kara France also always fun to watch. He's really explosive, and as a flyweight, he has like 14 or something career knockouts, which is absurd. To have that much power and precision at 125 pounds is a great thing. I love Steve Usyk. He made a fan out of me after his title fight performance against Pantoja, which he lost a very close decision. But then he's also such a great coach, teammate. He's great. He's a very sincere and real motherfucker. He does what he needs to, and he's a good fighter as well. In the fight, finished in 4 minutes, like Zeus was saying, Kai Kara France was attacking. Usyk was trying to make his reads, and he had a lot of blocks and evades at the start. But then Kara France tweaked one of his things, and he basically threw a 1-2, and then I think a hook to follow, which Usyk didn't have his guard up for, and that caught him, and then that really hurt him. Little ground and pound, he got up, and then one more straight, and then that was the fight. So really fun fight to watch. I feel bad for Steve because he's such a good dude and a great fighter, but good on Kai Kara France coming back, getting a first round knockout. Title is next for him, no question.
He's a scary guy, bro, Kai Kara France. And anyone of Maori descent from New Zealand, when they do the haka, he did that in the weigh-ins, right?
He did that in the ceremonial weigh-ins, face-offs,
Yes.
and post-fight as well. He puts his tongue out and
That's
does that
scary.
shit.
They
You've
have,
done this way too many times on the podcast.
Black Beast.
they have some insane strength, be it rugby or UFC. Fun to watch him fight. For me personally, I'd watched 2 fights of his before, which he lost. One against Moreno, and then the other fight against, I can't remember the name, but so I didn't really think too much of him. I didn't really know that much about him either, but this fight was very entertaining. I was in and out of my sleep for this one. So what's next for him?
He definitely deserves a title shot against Pantoja. They fought way back on The Ultimate Fighter, which was in 2016.
Okay.
So this is 8 years later, and they should
Damn.
meet again for the title. Pantoja, great champion, great fighter. This will be a sick challenge for
So will it be considered
them. Excuse me.
Pantoja, bless you. Pantoja versus Kai Kara France 2, or will it just be Pantoja, Kai Kara France?
Probably 2 because they love the advertising, you know.
I'm not sure. So I can't remember if it was the final. If it was the final of Tough, then it's 2. If it's not, then it's will be 1. So I think it's going to be 1 because those fights are not on your official record.
Got it.
They are 2-round amateur fights. If it has to go to a third, it will.
The flyweight division is quite boring, and I feel like Kai Kara France is such an energetic guy. He's positive, like he's a crowd pleaser, like the crowd favorite for sure. So I think, there's no harm really giving him a title fight. like this. And he
Casual
deserves
fans
it.
always say that the flyweight division is boring because it's not that many like knockouts. They don't hit as hard, but the skill level is very high.
I disagree with that. I love the flyweight because it's so quick and it's very skillful, and you don't see many of them take it to the ground. At least in my
No. Pantoja full. ground
Pantoja,
game,
but I'm just saying Kai Kara France also very striking dominant.
Mokaev also ground. Obviously, he's gone.
Mokaev
now,
is
but yeah.
gone. But I just think it's very quick, and they can take because they don't have that knockout power. They keep just exchanging punches one after the other, which I love to see.
Yeah, it's more like slugfest in those
Yes.
divisions than it is.
Like a heavyweight on the other spectrum is one punch gone, right? You don't get to see those exchanges. So in this, you get to see those exchanges, and it's so quick.
Yeah, but also when I mean boring, I don't only mean the fighting boring. Like there's not that much trash talk. There's not that much animosity in the division. Like no one's really excited to see the fight.
Who
I
is the
would
big talker from that?
Manel is, and I would say more than the trash talk and everything, it's they repeat a lot. It's very top heavy. It's very 2-3 heavy. Like
Okay.
champion 1-2-3 rank. It's very top heavy like that. That's why Steve Erceg at 10 got a title shot, right?
Got it.
No one else was in line because everyone had lost on this, that. They keep fighting each other.
Rank 10,
like
you
Moreno and Pantoja have fought fucking 3 times in their careers.
For the title?
No.
Oh, okay.
Total. And Pantoja, and then Moreno and Kai Kara fought twice. So there's and fucking Moreno and Figgy fought 4 times.
So Moreno's just getting too many title fights.
No.
So the belt is just changing hands
With
between
those 3-4 people,
Okay,
basically.
got
They're
it.
all getting the shots and things like that. So
Got
that is the issue with
The only thing
flyweight.
good to come out of that flyweight kip is the Landon Moreno. Maybe not Surrey.
Oh, dude. That was too good. Finish it, huh?
No.
Great
I don't
Naz,
know.
yes.
I don't know what.
I don't know what this is.
He says, "Fuck." He says, "Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day, pero I will be champion."
That's Jesus' motto to lose weight. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow.
Pero.
One day, pero.
I will stop eating the dhansak.
Don't say anything against Dhansak, dude. Our most viewed reel is the Dhansak reel.
Okay, main event.
And the basis of Zeus's job.
Live update: the Felix Gallagher move is now almost 100% done.
Live reactions. I don't give a fuck.
So that
Then-
means you got that thing wrong, huh?
What?
Name your squad.
He didn't name all of them anyway, right?
Okay, I'll say Felix instead of Gallagher. Straight swap. No. Straight swap.
In the edit, it'll be wrong.
Okay, so then fuck it. Okay, we had the main event then, DDP versus Izzy, what everyone was excited for, but man, that was just tough to watch for me. I feel like it was Izzy almost at the end of his career. He was looking slower. He wasn't just I don't know what it was. He just wasn't looking like he was up to it. Credit to DDP, although I feel like he's just crazy. Like sometimes it's hard to fight people that are that crazy. He's looking down and he's running out with his hands like that into him. So I mean, I'm sure he's a tough fight and go again.
I actually thought Izzy looked quite good. He's put on size since his last fight. After the first round where he got taken down, he did well. I thought he landed a lot of good shots, especially to the body, because DDP has a really high guard. And like Zeus was saying, that crazy style, method to the madness, dude. That motherfucker somehow finds a way to win. His last 3 fights, he's beat Whittaker, Strickland, and Izzy. Former champions, all elite fighters. I really don't think Izzy is that fallen off or anything like that. He worked hard, and you can see it on Ricus's face and Izzy's face who's landed more. Izzy landed more, but when it mattered, Ricus landed those hard shots and he got the takedown. And he was so quick with that finish in round 4, man. Like, it was great. He hit him in the temple. Izzy fucking pointing to the ground and then not engaging.
Was he pointing to the ground, or was he saying that he slipped?
No, I don't think
No, I
so.
think
He
he said
did
he
slip
slipped.
twice.
Okay.
But then he was like, come
Okay.
Yeah.
at me. And then he got whacked one or two more times, taken down, taken his back.
Yeah.
And then he got choked out with the RNC. And he tapped. So, I mean, first off, I just love the animosity before the fight, and then the
Battle of Africa.
Yeah. Battle of Africa. Z is shockingly was rooting for Izzy.
The duality of man.
I mean, there was so much animosity since it's been building up for like 6-7 months. Izzy lost the belt to Strickland, then he was supposed to fight DDP. DDP was injured.
What happened?
Whole story basically. Dricus du Plessis in one of the press conferences, like I think he beat Till or something, or some random press conference.
He's a white South African man.
He basically says, I will be the first one from Africa, the continent, to take my belt back home for real, and I'm the only one who actually trains there. All 2 out of the 3 things are true.
Yeah.
Right? He trains there, he lives there. Unlike Francis, who lives in America now, also former champion. Kamaru lives in America, former champion. Izzy lives in Australia. Sorry, New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Where he trains at City Kickboxing.
Yeah.
They have all gone to Africa with their belts and done their thing. But DDP was right in saying that I will be the first one. I train here, I live here, and I'm taking it back home. Izzy really got pissed at that. And he went off after DDP beat Whittaker.
Izzy of Nigerian descent.
And Izzy was the champion.
Yeah.
He goes on the mic, they face off, and he just rips the N-bomb like 500 times.
I wanted him to say it.
Don't
Come
bait
on.
me, bro.
This has to be cut. Yeah, continue.
And they had a great face-off. They were super pissed at each other, got in each other's faces and everything. Then what happened was DDP, who was supposed to fight Izzy for the belt, had an injury. Sean Strickland fought him. Sean Strickland beats Izzy. Next fight is Strickland and DDP. DDP wins that. Finally, we have that matchup that we all manifested this.
like Izzy.
Like Izzy. And this whole week, it was just so much. Like, Izzy is crying at the press conference.
Bad luck.
Yeah, Dricus is just getting under his skin non-stop. He's like, what I said was not wrong. I trained there and I live there. So what are you arguing about? What are you so mad about? He's like, I'll show him. I'll walk him like a dog and this and that.
Yeah, Izzy went as far as comparing the dick size, and Izzy's dick size is bigger.
Yeah.
He still came out. Yeah, he still came out on the other side of that fight, on the losing end of that fight.
Even like the pre-fight, basically.
Yeah.
So then there was just so much heat between them this whole week and building up for like 6-8 months.
A lot of
And-
racial undertones,
which is not great to see. I guess it might be good to sell a fight, but it's not good to see any racism being involved with sports or anywhere.
Yeah, Zias, take notes.
I am not racist. I have to look into the camera.
Trailer.
Just give it once. Just open it.
So either way, the fight went down like it did. We talked about that. And then after the fight, they were super friendly towards each other. You know, Dricus said, maybe some things I said rubbed you the wrong way. I did not mean to insult where you're from. I just wanted to state my facts and my truth, which is true. I did not want to insult your family or anything, which is what Izzy was crying about in the press conference.
And also, like, I think Dricus was like dick riding him in the interview, man. You continuously praising him. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
In
and
the
he's,
post-match?
yeah, post-match.
and he's right to do so because Izzy champion, defended his belt 5 times,
Hall of
2-time champion now, easy Hall of Famer, second greatest middleweight of all time. And he deserves all the praise and the love.
For sure.
And yeah, after a fight, it has to be buried. That's the best thing about MMA and UFC.
Yeah.
You talk all you want. You have the chance at going at someone and really putting a beating on. And then that's it. Enough is enough after that, right? So that's
Yeah, I really love that about MMA.
the story of the sport, I would
Yeah,
say.
I mean, when you go in and you're going to kill someone else and you're like literally entering a cage to just be like, I'll take whatever you do. If I have to kill you, if I have to die to win, I'll do it. You can't not have a mutual respect for the person after.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you said about DDP, the first time I saw him fight, I didn't think he had it in him to become the champion. He
Yeah,
just
same.
finds a way to
Same.
win because his style is so ugly. He's just like fighting through a wall to get to the person, and he just do anything to win. For casuals out there, this is how I see it. Like, to put it in football terms, it's like Izzy was Wenger's Arsenal in the early 2000s with that style and flair, and then Mourinho's Chelsea comes and they just take over that style, that flair, and just find a way to win, and that was DDP.
It reminds me of Michael Scott from The Office, his quote, somehow I manage. That was
Yeah.
going to be the name of his
That's
book. Somehow I win and I'm the champ.
Yeah.
Like that's Izzy, that's DDP's
DDP.
life story is going to be.
What's next for Izzy though?
I was just gonna. Yeah, good question.
So he said he's not going to retire even though he took his gloves off.
I'm not
Yeah,
fucking leaving.
what-
I'm done with these athletes trying to get these cringe, iconic
Bro,
moments,
I was also
bro.
very. This is a. I'm being a hater maybe a little bit, but I was very irritated at Izzy because DDP was giving his interview in the octagon right after the fight, and Izzy
On
was
top
just
of the cage and shit
walking
like that.
just walking behind with his gloves off
And
and
he was on the
like
cage.
trying to get the
screen time,
attention and screen time and get people to feel for him. I was just very put off by those actions.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest Izzy fan anyway. He is a great fighter, one of the best ever I've said.
Best
But
striker,
yeah,
yeah.
all that shit is annoying, you know.
Yeah. and
Just
this-
let the guy have his moment. He won. He's a champ.
Yeah. But
Unless you're retiring for real.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're retiring, that's
yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
that's
The fuck?
Then take everything. Bro.
That's what I'm saying. I think a lot of athletes
Again,
now
you're
try to
saying
do
the-
this cringe, like Jason Tatum with the full, like 7
No
different
aura.
clips.
No aura. He doesn't have aura.
He has bench aura, championship aura,
You're a Celtics fan, bro.
championship aura.
Decide bench or
Both, bro. Both are true.
Let's not get into NBA also now.
Short episode.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
What's next for Izzy? I don't know, man. I hope he's not that big that he doesn't struggle to make weight that much. He's fought everyone in the division because he defended the belt for so long. The only one he hasn't fought is Hamza Chimaev. And I would, if I was a UFC and matchmaking, I would not put him up against him. It's a nightmare matchup. And
He
you
barely
want
shows
that
up.
guy. Yeah.
Hamza
that
barely
also,
shows
there's a
up.
high likelihood that he doesn't show up to the fight
Yeah.
and make weight and things like that. But I don't know. Maybe a fun striker or something coming up at 185. We'll see.
And then for DDP, he said that he wants to step up a weight class to fight.
No. So what
What happened?
Dana said is what's next for him is Sean Strickland.
Okay.
DDP said I'd rather fight Whitaker because he's been more active. He's
Okay.
fought them both.
Okay.
I'm fine with any of those. Strickland and him had a very close fight. Whitaker has done his work after he's lost to him. But he said 205 because Pereira put up a thing saying, I'm coming back down to
Coming down.
185 to fight you. He said, let me defend my belt 1 or 2 more times. I'll come up. You don't worry. So you don't have an excuse. I'll beat you in your weight class.
Damn. That would be very interesting. But Pereira will fuck him.
You never know, bro. Every time you think he's going
Finds
to
a
lose. he finds a way.
Yeah.
But dude, the way he speaks and all, I really like it, man. You know, he doesn't give a fuck if his fight style looks unorthodox, bad or anything. He's rushing in, he blitzes, he takes damage, but he finds a way to win. And he
Mourinho.
always credits
Mourinho.
his coach and he says that, you know, he has the best game plans. Maybe we don't see that, but he and them, they train very hard. They taser each other, which is mental, but
We should have spoken about
yeah.
that.
But they trained really hard, come up with great game plans. Like against Whitaker, he said, I switched my stance and jabbed him, and that's what dropped him. I saw it in one of his fights. So they are very well thought out. There's a method to the madness and deserves to be a champion. I love him in the cage and on the mic, bro. If you can make someone cry like
Yeah.
that, bro.
A fighter who's been champ.
Yeah.
No, quickly. Can we just.
And 2 people. 2 champions.
Who did? Who
Strickland
else?
first.
Strickland.
Oh, he made Strickland. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Oh my.
Just crying after the fight.
If you can make a tough guy like that cry,
If you
like,
can make Strickland cry, means you.
Damn, dude. I forgot about that. Kudos
and
to
then
DDP,
even
dude.
after the fight, he's tweeting and posting, thanks Drake, because Drake bet on Izzy, like
Yeah.
400 grand or something. Like, thanks Drake, you helped me win. He's talking shit to Darren Till. What advice do you have for me? Bro, what a guy.
Yeah, that's about it. See you guys on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday we have the SFC Contender Series video coming out. We went, like we said, watched a bunch of fights, interviewed some people.
Yeah.
Check that out. Keep joining our league, like
Yes.
we said. Thanks for the response so far. Next week we'll talk about the prize and everything. We'll be in a new studio. Once again, thanks to these guys.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Krish Adesh.
Krish, Adesh, Rohan for
Rohan.
setting us up, giving us the push to
Yeah.
start. It's been about 4 months that we worked with these guys. No complaints. It's been great.
Yeah. Also, give us some time till we set up our studio and have it.
Nah,
running
we'll have it ready. No question.
full. Yeah. Hopefully we do. Hopefully I can have that same confidence. But yeah. Like, share, subscribe.